Hey everyone, I'm Graham. I look after design for Argent, and I want to introduce today a new project that we've just launched called Unframed. Unframed is a decentralized marketplace on Starknet, and we're going to talk a bit about why we built it, why we're excited about it, and where it's going. So, Unframed was a uh, decision that we took about a month ago. Actually, we built this really quickly in response to Mint Square and Aspect pausing, or Mint Square shut down and Aspect paused development on their marketplaces. And we realized that there was a real need on Starknet for NFT infrastructure. Um, Starknet is a fantastic network. It's one of the best best L2s. It's a ZK rollup, and it's one of the best technologies for scaling Ethereum. And we believe actually that Starknet will play a huge role in the future of blockchain and Ethereum scaling, and potentially transform the entire world. And we really felt that this particular piece of infrastructure was necessary. And we didn't see at the time anyone else filling that gap that was left by Mint Square and Aspect. So we decided to step in and build this piece. There's some really cool stuff actually already happening on Starknet, which you will not have seen on Ethereum. So a great example is the a company called Brick, which are making. They've kind of got like a voxel style. I'll show you Brick construction. There's these voxel style creation process. Basically, you can build 3D characters, and then you can mint them as NFTs. And these are super popular on Starknet. And this is the sort of thing that you just can't do on Ethereum as easily. And we've partnered with Brick and an artist to create a collection called Unframed Ducks to kick off the launch of Unframed Co. And there's a bunch of 100 ducks. Actually, they sold out within hours. In fact, within minutes, I think, of going live about a few days ago. But these are quite fun. I'll show you what it looks like here. Some of these are already listed on Unframed. I'm going to talk a bit about where you can what you can do with Unframed as well. So all the stuff you would expect to be able to do with an NFT marketplace. Buy now, offering, listing your NFTs. You have your own profile. You can search. I'll show you my profile now. And there's some things coming in future as well. You'll be able to edit your profile, update your avatar, update your banner, add social links and that sort of thing. So here are some of my NFTs I've collected. As you can imagine, I've completed all the Explorer campaign, which was our inaugural NFT campaign. And I also minted a MeBit MeBrick voxel set with bricks. And I'm going to show how you list this now with Unframed. And I'm going to use Argent X for this. So it's simple as listing. I want to set a relatively high list price for this. Don't want it to be bought too easily. And you can set the expiry date. That'll do. And I'll show you how easy it is to list. You just sign the message to give access to that collection. And it's done. That's that easy. And I'll just show you how fast that's gone through. And then you can also cancel the listing as well. But you know how canceling will work, so I won't do that. But I'll show you what it looks like to buy an NFT as well, and you get a sense of the speed actually of Starknet. So this is a single brick. It's $1.70. I'm going to buy this now. You can see the estimated balance changes in Argent X shows I'm going to get one NFT for about $1.65 plus the network fee. Confirm that. And this all happens in line. I'll show you as well how fast Starknet actually is, because it's quite incredible. It's already received. Looks like everyone's got a bit excited on the network in the last few minutes. I did this about 30 minutes ago and it was accepted in about 5 seconds. So Um, I guess there's some stuff going on. We'll come back to that in a sec. So I wanted to talk a bit more about some other collections. You've got the Unframed Ducks. You've got Starknet ID on here. Starknet ID is the equivalent of sort of ENS for Starknet. Um, you have obviously the Explorer campaign, and all the NFTs from that. Looks like a few people are minting some now. We have traits, and we're going to be improving a lot of this stuff. You've got activity on each of these, and you can see offers. Very similar sort of thing that you would expect to see on OpenSea. But we're going to be doing a lot more. We want to add the ability to bid on things. We want to have auctions. We're going to be doing more campaigns like the Unframed Ducks. In fact, there's one dropping tomorrow. We're going to be doing an inaugural NFT to celebrate the launch of Unframed Co. So if you want to be ready to claim that, it's only going to be open for 24 hours. Follow us on Twitter. That's Unframed Co on Twitter. Subscribe to our notifications, and maybe follow us on the Argent HQ Twitter account as well, and possibly join our Discord, and we'll be announcing it in all those places. You will have a pretty short time to claim that, and it's a really cool looking NFT actually. So there are we're doing some partnerships with a bunch of people actually, including a company called Arc. We'll talk a bit more about that, I think, in a future broadcast. So yeah, one of the other things as well is that on Unframed, we're using account abstraction, and we'll be making more use of that as time goes on for one-click things like one-click listing, one-click buying, all the sorts of things that when you have to allow access to an entire collection, you won't need to do that anymore. You'll be able to just set access for the one item and list it in one click, much more secure versus some of the stuff that you have to do on Ethereum. So there will be some really interesting differences versus the sort of marketplaces that you're used to seeing in future. And I think over time, we aim for Unframed to set the gold standard really for NFT marketplaces, decentralized NFT marketplaces. Obviously, you have centralized marketplaces, but we believe that account abstraction on Starknet with the kind of transactions per second and transaction fees that you can achieve, really low transaction fees and very high TPS, with account abstraction, you're going to end up with a marketplace that can compete with the best centralized marketplaces, despite being decentralized. So that's what we're aiming for, and we will be throwing a lot of resources at building this and making this into the best thing it can possibly be. There's something I haven't talked about. I'll briefly talk about it. I'm going to log out. The other cool thing about Unframed is it's using you can either access it with Argent X if you have an account, but you can also just access it with an email address, and start buying and trading NFTs just with an email address if you want to. So if you want to introduce any friends that are not crypto natives to NFTs or NFT marketplace, they don't have to download a wallet. They can just do it with an email address. So this might be a great place to start. I believe that should now have completed. Yeah, so that's now gone through. I'll show you in my profile. You can see the brick there that I bought earlier. Took a little bit longer than it would have done normally, but it's obviously quite busy on Starknet this evening. So yeah, I think Unframed, as I said, it's going to get better and better. It's going to be setting the standard for marketplaces, not just on Starknet, but across the board, because of the things that you can do with account abstraction. I really encourage you to check it out, unframed.co. Follow us on Twitter, also Unframed Co. Check out Brick as well, because it's a great fun to play with, and it's a really interesting use case. Quite a different DApp actually compared to some of the DApps that you'll see just on any other blockchain. And turn on notifications so that you're ready for that drop tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Let's just see if we've got any comments. Congratulations. Thank you. Yep. Awesome. Doesn't look like we have any questions. So I think I'll. Oh, the ducks got released yesterday. Is there a filter for them on Unframed? Good question. The filter is not available yet because ducks is part of the brick sets collection. It's like a sub collection of bricks, and currently we haven't got sub collections active uh, on Unframed. It's a bit like if you've seen art blocks on Ethereum, art blocks are all minted on a single contract, but they have sub collections based on the metadata. We do plan to do that soon. That is a priority for us to get that out. So you'll be able to discover sub collections of things like bricks. There are other. We have a few other things planned actually, which we'll be releasing soon, which will also need sub collections. So it's definitely a priority for us. Looks like there aren't any more questions. Just see if I give a minute to see if there's any more coming through. Nope. In that case, thanks everyone. Check it out. Let me know how you get on with it. Tweet us and subscribe. Turn on notifications and make sure you make that drop tomorrow because it's only going to be 24 hours. Keep an eye out for it. It's celebrating unframed.co, and I think you'll love the artwork. Cheers all.